Has started.
Aha, I found it. So welcome to the J community meeting of the 7th of February. First, we start with release announcements. So we have the release 740 been out last week. And I believe that's it. Then let's go for the topics. First, Florent and Mario about the Eclipse.js website. Do you want to share something?
Yeah. Let me share the screen.
Yeah, just to introduce the topic. So Florent has been working as for a Friday hackathon, I think, but yeah, a refresh of the Eclipse.js website that is hasn't been updated for a long time. So you see here the old dashboard, etc. But yeah, also the content is not updated. So yeah, Florent, I will let you present that.
So yeah, the idea was that almost all the content that we can find on the current website is not accurate. For example, partners, we are referencing some SAP Web ID. We still have CodeEnvy stuff. We don't say anything on dev file 2 or stuff like that. So yeah, the idea is, are we able to do like a refresh of this website? So I did an attempt. So anyone can comment and bring a lot of ID. So yeah, the basic idea was to have less wording, fewer sentences, and use like roll down pattern. So yeah, we could, for example, highlight the way that we can run the ID on Kubernetes, then a develop section with some highlight items says that we can swap the ID between VS Code, JetBrains, or TR, talk on the dev file 2 specification, and then have some tiles here to try our getting started, and here how to install Che on Kubernetes cluster. We could have as well some references to the blog posts, like the 3 last blog posts. And we could have a set of available features. So it's still containing some placeholders because I wanted to collect feedback before trying to polish all that stuff. So,
that looks great, actually. The only comment from my side is actually related to try it online part, because I believe that for Developer Sandbox, the main user base is actually coming from the Eclipse side. So if you go now to open just another tab and press it, just type install Eclipse, just not Eclipse.js, but install Eclipse. And press search. So if you go to so Eclipse.org website, like download packages, first link, for example, I think it should be there also. And here, probably not here. And if you go just to downloads, maybe it's like particular package installer, but if you cut the packages and installer, like right here, if you scroll a little bit down, you will see Eclipse.js here. and if you press get it, it will go you to this getting started download. So I think it's very important to preserve either this flow or make sure that it works with the new website. So it's either update to the Eclipse website, because my feeling, so we don't have telemetry for that, but my gut feeling is that we get a lot of users coming from the Eclipse site to try Eclipse Chain. Maybe it's
So yeah,
from
I have not talked on that, but the idea was to keep all the links that we could have from Google or anything. So yeah, to keep features, how it works, so its technology, extend, and as well as the getting started. So to keep the same links. For now, it's not supported, but yeah, to keep the same links and provide content to all the links that we have on Eclipse websites, to not break any existing links.
Okay. Yeah. It would be great if we will preserve the link and the flow. That would be awesome, and the website looks great. And it's kind of another question like that. Maybe it's a little bit misleading that Eclipse Chase promoted from Eclipse.org website, but I think that a lot of people actually try it from there and get to workspaces.OpenShift.com from, not from like main developer side.
So yeah, the idea is to keep all these links that we can have. Yeah.
Cool.
I have two questions or remarks. I don't know
Yes.
how to qualify them. So one is that with the docs, we produce a sitemap, and if the new website could integrate the sitemap of the docs into the sitemap of the website, that would be nice, because for now we are a little bit struggling to lead the search engine to find this sitemap correctly, and also to being eclipse.org/che is not very convenient to. So, for example, if we put a robot.txt in the Che website, it doesn't work. So just to know that how to help search engine to find the stuff is sometimes not good at the moment. So if the new website can fix that, that would be very, very nice.
Okay, I'm not sure we'll fix that, but yeah, we can try to look at that as well. Yeah.
Yeah. So the current website doesn't produce a sitemap, but I know that you can compose a sitemap with multiple sources. You can make a root sitemap that integrates the other one, and that would be really
So
nice.
you want to integrate the documentation sitemap from the main website.
Yes, because at the moment the sitemap for the website is the sitemap of the docs, which is completely inaccurate. So only the documentation website produces a sitemap, but the sitemap is not referenced from the robot.txt, which is at eclipse.org level. So it's one level on top, and we don't have the hands on it.
Okay, so yeah, we can look at that. Yeah, the current folders that we have on the Che website.
Yeah, and the docs are then on the Che website we merge this with the other one, and it's a little bit strange thing that happens. But that's really cool, nice thing.
And then yeah, I don't know if we can have share some styles between Antora website and
If we could. I try to put all the styles directly in the docs to make less to make it self-contained. But yeah, we can see. So you mean using CSS from Antora in the website, or the other way around?
for example, here to be able, here we have a navbar.
Mm-hmm.
And here we
To
have
have the
the
same one.
Antora.
Yeah.
So it's like we are on different website.
Yes, I understand. Yeah. So then we have to change the supplemental UI in Antora. That's
It's possible. Okay.
That's possible. And then so we have the Lunar search in the docs, and you can probably use it from the other website. So the search database is a file also. And I don't know if you could create one for the website also and consolidate them. I don't know if it's possible. That would be nice to search from the website and to have pages from the docs and from the website, maybe.
Yeah, one entry point. Okay. Yeah.
That would be a nice thing. So, but I don't know if it's something just possible or not. Just screaming out loud.
I think it should be possible. I mean, yeah. From a technical point of view.
Yeah, then it's a matter of time also. Huh?
Yeah. Right.
Any other questions?
Hello everyone. So it looks great, fun. I just want to ask, maybe it makes sense to add another badges like we have for GitHub, and we can add for Twitter, for example, to reference our Twitter account.
You want to add a GitHub account?
No. I see that we have already for GitHub, and we shows the number of stars. Can you go back? So I'm just thinking about maybe it also makes sense to add another badge for Twitter.
Yeah. Okay. For Twitter. Okay. Yeah. Here at the bottom we have the links to GitHub and Twitter and the blog post as well. But we can move it there. It's definitely possible, yeah. Usually we have on the footer the link to.
I see. So I don't know if we already have this button, so if it makes sense to add another one.
I have no strong opinion.
I mean, I think so the idea was let's try to iterate as fast as possible. So I think that what we are missing here are a few icons and diagrams. And then I think we're ready to switch to this new website. And then we can iterate with improvement, etc.
We can create issue with the website label.
Yes.
And say, okay, we need to fix that, enhance that. Yeah. But yeah, we are starting from a very outdated content. Yeah.
Can confirm. That's a very good news. I'm super happy. is it time to move to the next point, maybe? The point by Ilya about Eclipse Source and Eclipse C.
Yeah, folks, I actually bumped into a very interesting article about building a custom dashboard, and it came from the Eclipse Source. And this is a consulting company, and actually you can find on their website Eclipse Chess Action. So they, building their business on top of the open source technologies, and Chess is one of them. And I know their contributors to TIA, so they contributed to TIA, but I'm not sure if they ever have any relationship with their project in general. And I was wondering, do we have some information about those folks? Because I mean, that could be a win-win collaboration, and they have great content there. So I was wondering, have we got any contacts with them? Do we have any feedback from them about the project? So things like that.
Yeah, they are actively participating in upstream TIA and participating in the TIA dev meetings. But I haven't heard anything about share related from there. I mean, up.
Okay, yeah, because actually in the article about building the custom IDE, they promote Eclipse Share, plus they say that they can provide solutions on top of the Git pod or GitHub code spaces. So yeah, just was wondering because it's kind of ecosystem partner, I would say, for the upstream project, but I've never heard about the folks on the, for example, Czech community call. So I was wondering, maybe anyone has any input on that.
So they were I think a couple of years ago, they did a talk at the EclipseCon where they do the comparison between TIA, Che, and Codespaces, I think, or Gitpod and Che and Codespaces. And yeah, they contacted us one time because they wanted to learn more about Code-Ready Workspaces. I don't think that because they had some customers that were interested in that. And I don't think that they follow up with, so they wanted to know exactly what was the difference between Che and Code-Ready Workspaces. So, and when I say they, it's Jonas, that is the one with whom we have interacted more. And I think last week, Tim from Red Hat, he contacted me because they are willing to. So there are customers that want some simple IDEs in the web, and they wanted to know if we could do something more lightweight than what we have with Che today. So without actually, maybe even without having authentication at all, something that they want to start on the fly, and they don't care about many things that Che brings. So yeah, and so maybe there will be a call about that with them, but I don't have much details. They have contacted Team via the Eclipse Foundation.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks. Yeah. It was a very interesting article to. It's great to see that the project is, promoted from other ecosystems. Okay. I think that we can move on to the next topic. It's also from me and David, actually. So you know that we have an issue for the blog post with the schedule of the article. So David is currently working on the review and pull request, and so there is a sample that David created. So we are wondering what is the best place to put the sample. It looks like there is an org just samples, but I'm not sure if we want to continue using it, or maybe there is a better place. Plus, there is an issue for having the, I commented in the minutes. So there is an issue, chair 18587, about getting started sample with Quarkus, Hibernate, Postgres extension, which we, by the way, can also promote on the website. So wondering if we can also like kill two birds with one stone, have this sample, close this issue, use this as a getting started, and promote it in the blog post. So mainly the question is, chessamples.org, is it the best place to put our samples these days, or there are some better places?
So does it need to be a Git repository, a full Git repository? Because otherwise, if it's just a code sample, I would say in the blog Git repository, it's just. But you probably want a full Git repository with a dev file inside.
Yeah, but so if you open the link, so there is already a Git repository that David created, so it's food API sample. But we don't want it to be the personal repo. So we want it to be the part of the organization. So chessamples probably is the best place for that. And we actually want to reuse it as much as possible. So for example, there is already an issue for getting started Quarkus, Hibernate, Postgres, and it's actually exactly what David created. Plus, we can have a good sample on website being promoted there. So things like that. And yeah, the question is where the sample should live.
So you want to add it as an example in the dashboard?
No, we want to add it as a sample to the chessamples, or maybe there is a better place for samples.
No, I think that the chessamples are all the example that then we have in the dashboard. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, I mean we can have it probably in one of the dev files version 2, so we can contribute to the dashboard also. But it's not the primary goal. So the primary goal was to have it the goal is to have a blog post, right? And to have the blog post, we need a sample to show the whole flow. So the sample is there, but it's in the personal repository. And we want to, reuse it as much as possible. So not to have it only in one Git repository, but maybe, as you said, have it in chessamples, and as we go, contribute to dev file, to dashboard, then to the file registry, then to promote it on the new website. And yeah, the question is probably chessamples is the right way to have this blog post in.
No, so mine were more questions, right? It's not like I think that there are two options here. So either you choose like chessamples, or either you choose like Incubator, for example. It's another place. The thing about chessamples is that I think that every Git repository that is there is used in the dashboard, and it's so. Do we want to stick with this idea, or maybe we could say no? It's not. It doesn't. So the chessample organization is not just for the example that are in the dashboard. We could add any example that we want there. I don't know, but maybe it would be cleaner to only have examples that are that are used by the dev file registry, there and not others, because otherwise there will be some confusion. I think it's cleaner if we do something like that. For adding it to the dev file registry, then we need to maintain that. So it's more like is who is going to maintain that? Is Valerie looking for having another sample to maintain? Is the plugin team happy to do that? Do they have the bandwidth? So maybe it's not really worth it. But
okay, yeah.
So the other option is like other option is to use like Chaincubator.
Okay, I like the idea with Chaincubator. So yeah, let's do this, because I'm not 100% clear actually with the future of dev file registry. So my understanding that we want to reuse the file IO registry at some point. So maybe chess samples will become deprecated. So yeah, okay, we will contribute to the Chaincubator in this case.
Just an addition is the blog posts will be turned into a documentation normally. So then if it turns into documentation, the sample will need to be also maintained. Or we should write the documentation without pointing to the repository. But if we point to the repository, user will expect the repository to have some maintenance. So just choosing the repository for maintenance is maybe not the right thing.
Yeah, but I mean, Chaincubator is still maintained. It's not like we contributed one thing. Image Pooler is an incubator. ChessETL is an incubator. It's not just that we do it. So the goal is not to write like one-time sample. The goal is to write a good sample and reuse it as much as possible. So yeah, we will maintain it. Yeah, sounds good. So we will contribute to the incubator.
Cool. I believe we addressed all topics. Is there anything else? Then I will stop the recording, and it's time to wrap up. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, folks.
Thank you, Fabrice. Bye-bye.